The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The Podcasting Dead is available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Make sure to subscribe for more podcasts. And while you're at it, drop us a like. If you want to help support the channel and have access to extra content, secret contest, and more, make sure to search for us on Patreon. Patreon.com/thepodcastingdead.
All right, the most unflattering angle ever, exposing my dad bod. I'm cool with it. I'm not, but we'll figure it out sometime soon. I'm Justin, and you're hanging out on a Sunday night after episode 3 of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. And man, do I got a house full. I've got the man, the myth, the legend back with me, Mr. JP, hanging out, and he has no echo this time.
No, case of heartburn, though.
Did he take his medicines tonight?
I did take the medicine.
JP, tell him what we did tonight. We made pizza, and then we cooked it in an oven outside.
It was pretty cool. It was very tasty, too. An Alfredo pizza and a traditional pizza. But yeah, the peppers got me flared up a little bit.
All right. Also with me, the man, the myth, the legend. You know him from the mountains. My man, Seth, the Appalachian American, hanging out. Seth, what's up, brother?
I'm jealous. I didn't get no pizza.
Well, you are always welcome to the man cave where pizza will be waiting for you, my man.
Oh, cool. All right, sweet.
And also joining me last, but certainly not least, the man, the myth, the legend. What's his name tonight? It changes every. Well, no, it's.
I've been keeping it the one who dubs. I've been trying to think of ways to play on it, but I got nothing. I got a lot done this weekend, so I'm getting my back muscles all massaged while we're.
Oh, he ain't even got the arm on. My man's holding it with. He's doing it old school. Got the hand on the mic.
Well, my basement's still a disaster. I've been doing everything but working on stuff in my domain.
Matty Dubs. So we are back, episode 3 of The Ones Who Live, and let's just go straight to JP.
Yeah.
JP, all right, we're 3 episodes in. What are you feeling so far?
Well, I say it's been a little bit of a slow burn, but it's some good story. But yeah, I like it. Sure. A little of the logic. I'm just like, man, people are a resource, and the best and brightest and best fighters. It's just like,
yeah, no. Rick
saying,
did say that this episode that people are a resource, which is definitely a callback to the Negan era.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't quite understand the CRM's logic on that. Of like, oh, you're a leader. Why not try to recruit you to lead our people? No, we're just going to kill you, get a bunch of followers, and hope we can turn them into leaders.
Hashtag Negan was right.
Hashtag JP was right. Hashtag about Negan.
Being right.
Moving to, I'm going. So, all right, Seth, bring yourself up. What'd you think of tonight's episode?
I liked it. Midway through, I guess it probably was because of our group chats of emailing and whatnot. I caught myself on my phone, so I had to put it away. You know,
hella coordination.
It's
just send me a link.
JP's crappy Yahoo count is to blame for that. That's what you get for still effing with Yahoo.
It hadn't given me a new email since February. So
y'all just let me know which email, and we can do that later. But yeah.
Matty Dubs, what'd you think, man?
Loved it.
You've really loved it so far.
Still loving it.
Still loving it?
Yep, still on board.
I told JP, I was like, yeah, it's kind of a slow burn, but for me, it feels like we're watching a long movie. Like I'm digging it. Like it's almost, I mean, like the production value on this is phenomenal. I mean, I told Jay, what did I say earlier? It was like if you went back to season 1 and we were watching that and you flash forward and showed us this
grabbing time.
Like this is a totally different show.
Yeah.
What do we got? I love the part where Rick says it's grinding time.
It's Morbin time, baby.
And him and Michonne proceeded to double team the walkers.
It was a good double team.
I didn't catch him saying
that happened at the barn of pleasure.
It's grinding time, Daryl. Yeah, Rick, give it to me. Oh yeah, that sexy music. That's Rick and Daryl. He's like, come on, Michonne. It's natural.
I'm breaking up with you, Michonne. I'm saving myself for someone.
I love Rick because I ain't showered and he don't care. But no, I like tonight's episode. The only thing I don't like, I get where Rick's coming from. He knows that if he tries to escape with Michonne, his fear is that Jadis is gonna.
They're gonna find him.
Straight up said
She's gonna go nuclear on him, and
Scorched earth.
all of Alexandria and Hilltop and all of that's gonna be wiped out. I get that, but like, just bro,
There's some
just go.
indoctrination.
Just go. I'm really kind of getting tired of this weak Rick thing. We got that back in season 7 with Negan.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm ready for strong Rick to come back. Like, I'm ready for unbroken, like, F this scorched earth Rick to come back. I need that in my life.
Can we go back to before Michonne left The Walking Dead, the original series? Did she know anything about the Commonwealth?
Well, so we were talking about that. We were talking about that either the last one or the one before. I might be wrong, but I have a memory of like somebody on the radio with her. Like, she didn't meet the Commonwealth, but somebody was on the radio telling her about it. Like either Eugene or Daryl or somebody was on the radio filling her in.
Yeah, I was just thinking like if they go back. I mean, obviously, if they make a break for it, they could run. Couldn't they get back and get help from the Commonwealth?
Yeah, but the Commonwealth is 50,000 strong. The CRM is 200,000 strong.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
CRM outnumbers them dramatically.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that part.
And it might come down to that of like Rick and Michonne going back to the Commonwealth, and then they just take it to the CRM. But as it stands, the CRM outnumbers them like 3 or 4 to 1. Like the CRM's got a far larger population and a much more practical military. Can I say the CRM's outfits make a lot more sense than the Commonwealth's? Hey, let's dress our guys up like stormtroopers. Yeah. And then
butt armor was
all
integral
by zombies. Like that
armor was integral to their survival.
Listen, you just love Mercer, Matt. It's okay.
I love
Mercer. Mercer was a sexy mofo, no doubt.
I want him.
He was a tall glass of water. I mean, he was tall, muscular, had the good butt plate. Oh yeah, you are.
I actually commented that like right before we got in thirst. Hell yeah.
What do y'all think of this other chick? Like almost killed Michonne, almost a Shane moment there. Like had her in the crosshair, thought about it. Very much a kind of a callback to Shane in season 2.
She disobeyed orders from a superior, and if you do that in the military, people can die. So I mean, I can understand wanting to eliminate an insubordinator.
I am disappointed,
but she also wasn't strong enough to push that wheelbarrow thing.
Well, still, I mean, that's just on principle. If you insubordinate, that's pretty bad. They don't like that in the military. They don't like.
I totally get that point of insubordination. However, you're the leader and you can't push a wheelbarrow through the woods. Which, by the way, have you guys ever tried to push anything through the woods? There's roots and all kinds of stuff. Nothing's rolling smooth.
Oh, I was hauling ass with the artwork today.
I'm just now because of Jay Scarf's comment. I'm deeply disappointed that nobody said it's Grimes time or whatever.
Grime time.
It's Grime time, and it pushed. What do we got? Jay Scarf says, "I love the part Rick says it's Grime time."
I just brought it up again.
I mean, like that would have been the icing on the cake if Rick would have come up and grabbed it, looked at Michonne, and said it's Grime time. What do we got here? Slippin' F2 says Rick also said, "I'm gonna kill you, not today," to Jadis.
I love when he said your haircut's
yeah, like the haircut.
Me and JP. So JP was here with me watching it, and we laughed pretty hard when Rick said, "What did he say with a crap?" Well, the other word,
haircut or something.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, that goes on monetization.
You're welcome.
But yeah, what Rick said in a shit haircut, because I was like, dude, she's got the Simple Jack haircut going on right now, and it is not working.
I love it when Jadis too also like flirts with Rick. It's like, I may talk smart, but I'll sex you, stupid.
Dude, she in the beginning, she looked fine with the long hair and everything. What the heck did you cut it for?
Apparently
Didn't
that's
we
what,
say that, JP? Didn't
She's
we?
a military lady now. you
No,
know?
but me and
Gotta be
JP
practical.
said that. We were sitting
He's
here
got a
watching
raise,
the
that
episode,
haircut.
and I was like, okay, the long hair was fine. Why did she do that? I don't
It
understand.
looks awful.
You went from being a fairly attractive woman to looking like Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder.
Oh.
I'll still sex you up stupid.
Well, of course you would, Matt.
I may talk smart, but I'll sex you stupid, Rick.
I don't like the idea of Jadis as a bad guy. I really don't. Like if she doesn't come back and get some redemption, I'm gonna be a little pissed at it. When Pearl Thorne was aiming her gun at Michonne, it reminded me of yeah, exactly. That's what we were talking about earlier. Like it definitely gave me like a callback to season 2 when Shane aimed the gun at Rick and thought about it, considered it, and I just like when they got behind the tree, I thought, all right, they're going.
You know what happened though when the only difference between what happened when Shane did it was this.
If she'd have had some Dale face in her life, it would have changed her perspective.
Ooh.
I feel like we all need a little Dale face in our life. Maddie Williams says the cinematography is awesome. That's like we were talking about earlier. It feels like we're watching a long movie. Like it's the production value of this show is fantastic. I really only have one complaint. This 3 episodes in, I only have one complaint. I need strong Rick back. I want strong Rick back.
Rick's never strong in the beginning of a conflict, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's not. But I'm ready.
He's got to be pushed to that point.
He's got to go Super Saiyan.
I just hold my laptop right here. I like that's much better than the dad bod I'm presenting. Now I look like y'all.
Yay!
Weird.
You want to go to the Twilight Zone?
The gym are paying off. Whoa!
Oh no, sorry, I can't do that. Do you want to test?
No. Anyways,
I do think Pearl is in love with Rick.
Oh yeah, 100% with her sexy ass accent.
In love with Rick.
Yeah, I'm in love with Rick.
This is awkward.
New world, new rules. A little polygamy. Nothing wrong with that.
I hope Rick decides to go home when he hears about it. Yeah, because she hasn't, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. She didn't tell him about RJ yet, right?
Not that I know.
No.
Of.
I feel like they're saving that. I feel like at some point, because all right, so he's got Judith, who he admitted to Michonne he knows is not his child, but he's still going to raise her. Kudos to him for being a man and raising her, all of that. But he knows Judith's not his kid. He had a son that was his pride and joy. He lost his son. I feel like when Michonne tells him about RJ, I feel like that's going to be the ammo. When she tells him, like, you have another son, that's what's going to motivate Rick to GTFO.
Yep. He gonna bounce.
We'll see. They're falling right now.
Let's see. Alexandria is just an outpost, but I'm sure Jada will be able to sweat someone into telling her where the Commonwealth is located. I'm telling you, man, the Commonwealth don't stand a chance.
She'll probably do what she did to Gabriel to get the information.
A little of that Bobo. Well, and two, it's like, you know, the Commonwealth doesn't stand a chance, and they dress their guys up like stormtroopers. And they fight like stormtroopers, like all of the people in the Commonwealth. You have all this armor, but the zombies somehow get like right through the crack to the neck.
They like highlight the vital areas.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we're gonna armor our guys.
Shoot me right here,
right? But nowhere that is vital. But we got 3 episodes left, man. Let's see. Jay Scarf says, "We just missing Dale face." Aren't we all? We were promised Red Machete Rick. We got 3 episodes left, man. I feel like somewhere in the next episode,
it's only 3.
I feel like somewhere in the next episode, we're gonna get Red Machete Rick. I feel like at some point Rick's gonna break bad.
Yeah, this next one's gonna be the turning point, I think.
Let me tell you. Let me see. Oh, let's see. We got Slippin' F2 says, I thought we were going to get a comic Dwight situation when Thorne was aiming at Michonne. Yeah. So a good friend of ours and a listener of the podcast told me that he's got this gut feeling that they're going to kill Michonne, that Michonne will not make it out of this show. And the reason being because, after Andrew Lincoln left The Walking Dead, he really hadn't had many opportunities like he's a phenomenal actor. I don't think anyone can argue that. But you hadn't seen him pop up in any big franchises. He's had no big roles. It's kind of like he left The Walking Dead and there really weren't many opportunities. Meanwhile, Denai Guerrera, who, by the way, side note, is an incredible Michonne. Me and JP were talking about it earlier. Reading the comics, and I don't think they could have cast anyone better than Denai Guerrera to play Michonne. But it's she had all kinds of. She's in the MCU. She's part of Black Panther and Infinity War.
In the Tupac movie.
She played Tupac's mom. She's had tons of opportunities pop up. The sky's the limit for her right now. So it makes sense that Michonne's gonna die because she wants to go off and do other projects, and Andrew Lincoln's come to the realization of I'm a great actor, but this is really all I got. Mm-hmm. I hope that's not the case.
It's like me with my limited skill sets. It's all I can do. Just let me do my one thing.
Let me, Rick. But I do find that interesting. I hope that doesn't happen. Please explain Please explain the guy drawing the pictures on the phone and TVs. I know, right? I thought Rick was drawing those.
I did too.
I thought Rick was carving. I really that guy seemed cool and a good motivation for Michonne, but I really kind of didn't like that. I like the thought that Rick was just missing his family so much he was drawing them.
And so, why do you speak so?
Doodling people, caricatures. How much money are you really
on the cell phones?
Yeah.
And you heard of paper?
It's not like you get tore going through there. You know what I'm saying?
And why does Rick speak so freely? He's trying to leave the CRM. But he goes to this one guy and is like, hey, I want you to draw a bunch of pictures of this girl, Michonne, and my kid and all this stuff like that. And then for the dude to remember that, Michonne shows up and he's like, oh yeah, I remember, I drew you. Da, 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 da. How's Judith? And it's whoa.
That's what JP said. So right after that, they had a commercial break and I was setting up for the podcast. JP was like, well, now she's got to kill him because he knows too much.
Way too much.
Thanks for the pictures.
Yeah.
Do you think Morgan is going to show up for season 2? I certainly hope so. Morgan, yes, I would love to see, but bro, I want Rick and Daryl to reconnect. Everybody thinks it's Rick and Michonne is a love story. It's not. It's Rick and Daryl.
It's coming.
This franchise does not die until we hear Rick, and then we hear Bear, and then they run across the field and
you have my permission to die.
That should be the end of The Walking Dead, is Rick hugging Daryl and maybe doing other things to him. I mean, it's super warm. It'd be hot.
It'd be sexy. I may talk smart, but I'll sexy stupid.
I also think Danny is going into writing. She can't leave Michonne. I'm sorry, Denai Guerrera. You cannot come into a role and be so beast at it and then decide you want to peace out. You can't do that. You're too good.
It's more of a
just keep adding the zeros. She'll do it.
It was a moment in this episode. I can't remember which moment it was, but when me and JP were watching it, I just looked over at JP and I was like, damn, Denai Guerrera is such a good actress. She really is just freaking phenomenal. Easily one of the best actors on the show. I mean, I love Norman Reedus, but Daryl's kind of Daryl. He's very one-dimensional in my mind. It's Denai Guerrera just can do whatever. She plays rage really good. She can be emotional and sad. She can be funny. Some of my favorite Walking Dead moments are actually between Michonne and Carl. Jay Scarf says, I wonder if they'll carry out Okafor's plan, start a rebellion against the CRM.
He just wanted fresh fried taters.
I want some French fried potatoes. I don't reckon the good Lord would send a good man like you to hell. Ain't got no gas in it. I don't know. Maybe that's what they'll do is Rick and Michonne will go back, get with the Commonwealth and recruit them to take out the CRM. Maybe if the operation starts from the inside, they have a chance, but like straight up numbers, there's no way the Commonwealth, and plus the CRM soldiers are far more, better equipped in combat than the Commonwealth soldiers just die when they look at a zombie. They're like, oh God, zombies are coming. Star Wars, we suck. Like they go the stormtrooper route and the CRM actually kick some ass. So as it stands, I just don't think the Commonwealth has a freaking chance against the CRM. JP, you've been quiet. Fill us in.
I don't know, man.
His voices in his head are quiet.
Just Seth, full screen. JP, give us your thoughts.
I wonder why they blew up that third city, huh? They still ain't said why they said it? Why they blew that other city up? I don't know.
What city?
The third city, the one that in the first episode, they blow it up.
Oh yeah. Man, the CRM kills a lot of people.
But that's a whole city. That's their city.
They don't get into the Negan philosophy of people are a resource.
Not to mention
Speaking of explosions, why did they run away from that bomb attached to a plow? Like it's The Walking Dead. You can stand next to a bomb, you'll be perfectly fine.
But that not to take away from you, Matt, but full screen JP for Jonas Balili. There he is, Jonas. That sexy, sexy bastard is back.
Jonas?
Yeah, I remember Jonas. Jonas been long. Jonas, Seth, Derek Patterson, Jeep. Remember Jeep? See, y'all think we don't. We remember our loyal listeners that were there on all of it. Yeah.
You let some of them. You let some of them on the stream with you.
We do. Jonas could always join us. He's welcome. I think hasn't Jonas joined us before?
Hard to say.
Briefly, but I think Jonas joined us at one point. Anyways. So Jonas, you're in the comments section. What do you think of the show so far? I mean, we love when we see these longtime listeners from back in the OG Walking Dead days. What do you think of the Rick and Michonne show so far? I'm digging it so far. So far, as it stands, it's my favorite of the spinoffs. Did you watch the Daryl Dixon show, JP?
I didn't finish it. I haven't finished any of them, but I liked what I saw.
How far did you get into it?
2 or 3 episodes. I remember the last thing I saw, they were in some underground nightclub and stuff was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Daryl was like, I ain't taking a shower for this shit.
I can blame him.
And the whole time when he was watching them girls dance, all he was thinking about was Rick and Grimes and Rick and Grimes. I'm telling you, man, this show better end with Rick and Daryl embracing.
It will be.
Can you, Justin, narrate a love story with Daryl and Matt? Can narrate? I
would be better narrating, and I think Justin would be better being the voice of Daryl.
Wait a minute, but hold on, I'm confused.
Well, no, your voice is.
I'm wondering if they misspoke. Misspoke and did one Daryl and one Rick.
Jay Scarf, who do you want? Do you want one of us to be Rick? One of us to be Daryl? I don't know, man. I like doing Rick better than I like doing Daryl. I hate you, Daryl.
I could write the love story, but I would need Justin and JP to narrate since they got the radio voices.
All you'd have to do for Daryl is just talk like Dale Gribble.
I don't think I could hold it long enough.
I hate you, Rick. Throw your hand up because Daryl does a lot of this. Justin does a great Rick. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be Rick, and Matt can be Daryl. No, JP, you be Daryl. You ready?
I know impressionist.
Let me hear your Daryl impression.
Hello,
I think JP Daryl could narrate the story, and then Justin could do the voices.
Matt, let me hear your Daryl voice.
I love you, Rick.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all you got to do. All right.
Sure.
All right. You ready, Matt? Real quick. Some quick Rick Daryl improv. I'm back, Daryl, from the CRM.
Oh my gosh, Rick, I love you. I haven't seen you in as long as I haven't showered.
Slow your roll, Daryl. Number one, you smell like shit. Number two,
Rick.
the only reason I got flown to that shithole was because you wanted Maggie to kill Negan, got me stuck in a hole, and then I got impaled with rebar, you dirty bitch.
What's with all the fussing and feuding, Rick? Just kiss me, you fool.
All right, fine. Take your pants off, you nasty bitch. Oh, Daryl.
Oh, Rick.
It smells horrendous, but you feel so nice.
It stinks nice and good.
Oh my God. All right. So I told JP earlier, I was like, let's do a little exercise here. All right. So the CRM is all about A's and B's, which I do not understand, right? Like I'm part of a company, and if you came in and you showed a lot of leadership qualities, we would want to hire you. You sound more like John Marston than you do Rick. Well, apparently we're hearing two different Ricks. Slip.
John,
All right, you're right. Rick's more breathy than he is throaty. So I'd have to be like, Daryl, I missed you, Daryl. You stinky bitch.
yeah, because you got to be so you got to like have more breath with it to hide
Rick's a very breathy
accent.
voice. All right, you're right. Let's redo that. All right, start from scratch.
No,
Rick,
I've done my Daryl for the night.
Bring it back. Rick sees Daryl across the field. Daryl, is that you?
Oh my gosh, it's Rick. I love you. Where have you been?
Slow
My
your
whole
roll,
life.
you stinky bitch. Hold on.
Oh, Rick, I feel
Daryl.
safe in your arms.
Coral died, Daryl, and you stuck me in a hole. It made me think about
died for
Coral
our sins tonight.
because Maggie wanted to kill Negan, and then I got taken by these black-suited Star Troopers, Daryl, and that's all your fault, Daryl. I've been gone for like 18 years, Daryl. I'm like 72, Daryl. I'm too old for this shit, Daryl.
I'm sorry, Rick. I just loved you so much that I just made some mistakes.
Take that unwashed booty hole somewhere else, Daryl. I ain't interested.
Peel me like a banana, you fool.
No. Coral. That's pretty fucking spot on to me. But anyways. All right. So since the CRM is all about A's and B's, and you know, I'm somewhat with recruiting in our company, and like if you're an A and you show leadership skills, unlike the CRM, we want to hire you. CRM says, oh, that's cool, bro. You're a natural born leader. You're gone. So let's go in this room. A's and B's. Who's what? JP, you first. Who's A's? Who's B's? What's the deal?
I guess I'm a solid B plus. How about that?
What about Matt and Seth and me?
Oh, don't give me that responsibility. I don't know.
I'm giving it to you. What you got?
I say I can designate myself. That's tough though. I still don't know the criteria they're going by. It seems ludicrous.
It's pretty easy. A is leadership.
Do you get in line and follow, or do you want to spearhead?
Yep, yeah. Matt said it best. Do you get in line and follow, or do you spearhead?
You guys with the spearhead reference, you're gonna get us canceled.
Matt, what you think between JP, Seth, and I? Who's A's? Who's B's? Who's dying? Who's living?
I think Justin probably A. You tend to want to more lead the pack than get in line and follow, like you take charge.
I died. Bye.
Like if it wasn't for you, I would for sure be dead, and none of our beach trips would get planned.
That's true. Y'all would never go to the beach.
I think JP tends to get in line and follow. I tend to get in line and follow, and I feel like Seth, to agree, tends to get in line and follow.
So great, you three get to go to the CRM and have a wonderful life together, and I die.
Hey, I'm gonna have air conditioning. You're gonna be out there fighting zombies in the muggy ass weather. So, joke's on you.
Seth, what you got? Are you a B? You an A? Who's what?
I think, man. I
I like to
Matt-
rebel against authority, like just my direct management, but I'm in a position where I can be a shit biscuit.
Yeah, if I don't necessarily think I'm an A, but I also don't think I'm a B. I would say a C. I'd be the person that's like constantly watching to like stab the leader.
Yeah, but the
Oh, damn.
CRM don't know that. So are you being a B or an A?
I would easily say I was a B just to get in there. I would be the Rick Grimes working my way up, trying to impress, push, and then take it.
You work
All
hard,
right.
you put in the hours, you can buy your boss another Ferrari.
Go to your right. What's Matt?
B.
Yep. I'll take it.
Go above you. What's JP?
Itchy.
I guess I would guess a B, just because I don't see
You don't
him.
want no trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't want any trouble. Just,
I was a pretty good night manager.
yeah, I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. You can do some shady shit.
And Seth, am I dying like Matt says? Or am I living?
I think you would hide it just the same.
All
Like
right.
you would be the
depends.
person to realize, hey, that's what they're looking to
See,
do.
Matt's down there, somebody that sees me all the time and is like, Justin doesn't hide his emotions very well.
I think if
but if you're in life or death,
Justin's-
you're gonna hide it.
if Justin's daughter was on the line, I think he would get in line pretty damn quick. But otherwise, if it was just him to himself, I think he would probably be more apt out of all of us to take a stand.
Seth, if you haven't learned from just me coming to your podcast, I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut.
Oh, I know.
I would end up getting myself killed.
Yeah.
I feel
If
like
your daughter's on the line, though, I think you would
Oh,
fly
yeah,
straight
nah,
if that were the
yeah.
case.
I'd be
Otherwise,
whatever I
you're
had to be.
you're gonna be making some waves.
And so now it's my turn. So JP, I think, would be the secret A. I think JP would be the secret
Under the radar.
Matt would definitely be B, and
I'm not
mainly
fighting.
because Matt and I have had this conversation multiple times. And when your logic to the apocalypse is, Justin, look, if the
Just tell
apocalypse ever happens, promise me you'll put a bullet in my head.
And harvest my meat.
This is going as B. Seth, I can't agree with what you said. I think that you'd be a B for a while. I think you'd be what you had to be, pun intended.
And then
But, yeah.
just try to climb the ranks as appropriate.
Side note, I gotta get my webcam, man. This shit's so uneven and it's driving me crazy. Anyways. But yeah, this noise is everywhere. But yeah, I think 3 episodes in, we're pretty solid. Fellers. I originally thought B meant bottom.
Ooh-wee.
The
whole
whole
different
Rick and Daryl spinoff.
Remember how you used to say pocket sand? Yeah, I'm still gonna be like, I'm here for the Rick and Daryl impression. You got to grunt excessively when a person named Daryl. All right,
No,
Matt.
he said you just grunt aggressively.
Matt, let me hear your best Daryl. Go.
Oh, now I've lost it. I love you,
I'm gonna
Rick.
clip that.
I love you, Rick.
And then give some
Now I'm
grunts.
forcing it.
You got to grunts when you're Daryl.
I've lost it tonight. Oh,
Do it.
I love you, Rick. Oh.
At 33:51.
Mark it, boys.
I love
Editing
you,
note.
Rick.
Mark it.
Seth,
Use it,
did you
just give
just
me a
make a
royalty.
whole new letter grade? You are an A or a B. You're a C. Yeah, I think that's what Seth did. But I don't think the CRM would see it that way. They'd be like, we don't know what he is. Just kill him.
Yeah, it's just
Probably.
not worth the trouble.
He wants to fall in line, but he won't stop questioning us the whole time. Just kill him.
I love it. Is Seth making this happen?
Did he post that many times, or do you just keep?
Yeah, he did.
You just
What
toss
do
them.
y'all think about the ending? Says Seth Balili, as in where the story's going.
I didn't ask that.
How? Oh, what did I say, Seth?
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the ending? Asked Jonas Balili. As in, where is the story going? How the F are they surviving that suicide dive? I'd like
That does leave a lot of questions.
In the episode, we're like, what the fuck? Like, she just grabbed her man and rolled him out of a helicopter.
Yeah, hopefully they're over a mattress factory or something. I don't know.
If they can survive detonations like within like less than a foot of them, I think they'll be fine.
Dude, you can survive anything with plot armor.
The thickest.
I mean, when you grab your man and roll out of a helicopter,
aren't they like over the ocean?
I hope that better be the way the next episode starts, is they land in water and then they swim. Otherwise, which is funny because at a certain altitude, hitting water is like hitting concrete.
Yeah.
Unless you go in like feet first, needle dive.
Oh.
I mean, like
tension there would be enough to like you're hitting a wall of concrete.
But most of their flying that we've seen is all low altitude.
I mean, it's like, what is it? People but even low altitude on a helicopter is like a couple hundred feet. I mean, people.
Most of the time they're flying is usually 20, 30 feet above the ground.
Christ.
That is way too low.
They're way low.
No,
when they're doing sorties or bombing runs, they want to be low to the ground. But
every time we've seen them, they've just been just above the trees.
20 feet.
That's when they're doing carpet bombing
basketball goals on top of each other. That's not high enough. They would crash into every tree. I mean, at least 100. Low. All right, so I flew on a helicopter, and low altitude on that helicopter was like 500 feet. He was like, we're flying at low altitude. We're 532 feet. Blah 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 blah. Like,
yeah, but you're not trying to avoid radar and stuff like that.
But they're not trying to avoid radar.
You don't know that they might be.
They're not. There's no.
They might be.
The Canadians might have.
What was the Commonwealth? Like, is Eugene like, I'm pinging a helicopter?
He might. It's Eugene. Weirder things have happened.
The San Francisco, like the bridge that Magneto moved in the movie, the big Golden Gate Bridge. What is that? A couple hundred feet above the water, and people unalive themselves all the time by jumping off that bad boy. I mean, they hit the water and that's it. It's like hitting concrete.
So when they're doing bombing runs, they do the low altitude flying, but like when you're cruising,
you also don't do bombing runs with helicopters. You do bombing runs.
That's very unconventional.
Like 20 to 30 feet. Oh my God, they would smack every tree in the forest.
Speaking of which, talking about
them flying low.
Talking about bombing runs
in my backyard that are like 50 feet high. They'd be like, "Oh shit!"
I'm not saying 30 feet. And there's not always every tree everywhere.
But everywhere they're flying, there's trees. I mean, like we saw the
air traffic control would not be very happy with them.
With the fog over the mountains. I mean, it's like there's trees everywhere. Like,
let's agree to disagree.
Why are we flying
helicopters
20
30 feet above? Yeah,
Rick, take us up.
If they're cruising there, they wouldn't be that low to the ground. But if they're bombing in helicopters for some reason, that would seem appropriate. But that's just
helicopters freak me out more than jets and planes.
I've never been a part of a bombing campaign, and I've never flown a helicopter. I mean, who am I to talk?
Then you've never lived, you son of a bitch. It's time to get you out of mama's house, son. But anyways, let us know what you thought about the episode in the comments below. Thus far, we're going to rate it 1 out of 5 stars.
Oh man, I forgot about doing this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, thank goodness for Seth. Seth's the one that reminded us of it. I completely forgot about it until I think last podcast he brought it up, but I think we forgot all about it. But yeah, 1 through 5. And I want to do 2. I want to do this episode, then I would like to do the series as a whole. So let's everybody put your hands out of view of the camera. And when I get down to 1, bring up your rating for this episode. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, in the camera.
I got a thumb sticking out there because I give it 4.5. What'd you give it, JP?
I'll go with a solid 3.5.
Okay,
I think that's pretty fair. I mean, but I'm enjoying it. Sure, I am.
So JP of all people giving it the lowest rating in the group. So I gave it 4.5. JP gave it 3.5. Matt gave it 5, and Seth gave it 4.
There you go.
Still a solid show, man. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I agree with JP 100%. It's definitely a slow burn, but it's not like the regular series where you're flashing between.
Right.
What did you say earlier before
three different groups?
You've got like this other group that you give no craps about, and you're having to watch their BS. So I mean, naturally, if you're following one set of characters the whole time. Think about The Walking Dead's history, right? Like when we look at the shows, the lowest rated episodes were always focused on like one person or like one group of like the Daryl and Beth episodes are some of the lowest rated. You know, it's like anytime you focus in. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a slow burn, but still a good show though.
Yeah, for sure.
Still enjoying it. I just burped that pizza.
According to Dr. Google, the typical cruising altitude for helicopters is 10,000 feet above sea level, which provides the optimal atmosphere for maneuvering.
10,000 feet. Oh my God. I went like 500 feet in a helicopter and I could see everything.
That's if you're just cruising. Now see if they're doing a bombing.
God, I'm not. Apocalypse happens. Don't pick me up in no helicopter. Pick me up in a plane. Oh my goodness. But anyways, that is going to wrap it up for tonight's podcast. Join us next week as we review episode 4. And it's sad to say we've only got 3 left. We're so hyped for this show and only 3 episodes left. It's going to come and go before you know it. But we'll have JP here next week and we'll have him all stuffed full of steak.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are eating good.
No, yeah. Well, I told you and your wife come over on Sunday.
Man. We wanted to, man. We got so much done this week, and it was nuts how much we got done. My yard is crispy. Oh, we may have done some boboing.
But catch us next week. And Seth, go ahead and throw up a link real quick to your channel so people can go follow Seth and join his channel every Friday night, where occasionally I will drunkenly pop in just to cause trouble.
Fucking A's.
We like to start shit. What can I say? But yeah, click it. Go check that out. In the meantime, don't forget to follow us on Patreon if you want to hear us talk about things completely not Walking Dead related, though sometimes it may go that way. But we pretty much talk about life, everything.
Our voice is our oysters. Our voisters.
Last Friday, man, I think we covered like religion and politics. We covered it all. So make sure to join us on Patreon, patreon.com/thepodcastingdead. In the meantime, I'm Justin.
JP, top right, left corner. I don't know.
And I'm Matty Dubs.
I'm Seth.
And we're the Podcasting Dead. We'll see you next Sunday. Adios.